NBA 2K23 is just a few days away, and earlier this morning we were able to get our first look at some 2K23 gameplay, courtesy of the people that were invited to Community Day, and because of the embargo being lifted for the first 3 Jordan challenges. Granted, it's, gameplay against computers, but we're going to break it down a little bit in this video. I'm going to be telling you 5 things you should know based off of the gameplay that we saw this morning, or if you haven't watched it yet, I will be able to summarize it for you. Obviously, I was not invited to this event. Maybe I have a chance at it next year, but for the people that I use clips from their videos, I'll be leaving their links down below. Shout out to Joe Knows and shout out to Brother Jones. I took some clips from their videos and I'm using them in my video. But let's get to explaining. Make sure you guys drop a like if you guys are excited for NBA 2K23. Subscribe if you haven't already, as we're on that grind of 40K. And I hope you guys enjoy. Before I begin explaining each point in detail, I just want to make it very clear that I have not got my hands on the game yet. These are clips courtesy of the other people that I mentioned in the intro that were invited to Community Day that upload themselves on their channel. Their links will be down below. But I will be rotating through 2 different clips for each point, 2 different times in a full set, and then I'll be going full face cam explaining it in detail. Point number 1. Adrenaline boosts are going to force people to adjust. As you guys can see on the screenshot that's popping up on the right side of me, if you guys don't know what adrenaline boosts are, it is the 3 little bars you have on offense and defense. It influences both, if you didn't know, if you haven't read on the blogs, tweets, whatever it is. And it's going to be a game changer. On offense, standstill dribbling is going to become a big factor again. Being able to combo drill moves standing still without doing anything explosive. Because if you do any explosive drill moves, as I'm showing you guys in this clip right here, you only have 3 explosive moves you can use in the possession until your stamina is completely depleted, and you're gonna move very slow. I don't have any clips for it. It was kind of hard to find. Just take my word for it. On defense, it is very important too, because you can't spam the steal button this year. You can't spam blocks. That also influences the adrenaline boost, which is going to, create a big skill gap in this year's game, which is something that is very exciting to look forward to. Point number 2. Slashing archetypes along with rim running is guaranteed to be something OP in NBA 2K23. You guys see some of the clips. I was watching Joe Knows video, I was watching Brother Jones, I was watching a lot of different videos. Now, granted, it's against computers, which is something they all voiced as well. I don't know what difficulty the game mode was on and everything like that, but you can see the shove off animations they're getting. Michael Jordan is shoving his shoulder into the defender, getting an easy layup. You're seeing some of these layups be super contested and go in. There's clips upon clips upon clips. But like I said a few seconds ago, this is all against computers. It could be at a lower difficulty. We don't really know. Like I said, I didn't get my hands on the game. Rim running has always been something that's OP if it's, being used by the right person. But as long as there's a good counter to it, I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. Granted, I never really had a crazy defensive build last year, but just be prepared for rim running and slashing archetypes to run the game. Point number 3. Dribbling in 2K23 is similar, and I mean similar, to 2K22, but it's also different. This kind of relates back to point number 1, but as you guys can see on the right side of me, like point number 2 as well, when I was watching the videos, I saw, all the people dribbling with Michael Jordan and all the other players, because some people controlled all the players, some people just put in clips with Jordan. It just depended on the creator you watched. But they were doing the snatchback. I don't know if it's the exact name for the drill move, but I call it the misdirection behind the back, where you put it half behind your back, but then you go one way or you go the other, or you misdirection with it. You guys understand what I'm saying. And it's different because of the adrenaline boost. There's probably going to be a lot of the same signature styles. There's probably going to be some new ones added. The animations do look a little bit different though. They look a little bit tweaked, but keep in mind, like I said a few times already, this is coming from someone that hasn't had their hands on the game yet. And when I get my hands on the game, I'll have a way more of a further understanding and just completely know, I'll completely know what I'm talking about. Just take my word for it from the eye, from what I've seen on YouTube, and just know if you dribbled well in 2K22 and you know how to score efficiently and not spam left, right, like the clip next to me. If you did this in 2K22 and you expect it to work next year, especially with the adrenaline boost, if they keep it in the game the entire year, you're finished. Goes along with point number 1 as well. You're going to have to adjust. Point number 4. Delayed greens are actually going to be a good thing for NBA 2K23. Honestly, in my opinion, I was skeptical about this at first, and I feel like a lot of people are still skeptical. A lot of people don't like change. Change is tough sometimes, but this is a good change for the game. Obviously, in these clips next to me, I'm showing 2 greens back to back. I'm not showing a miss. I probably should have added a miss in this clip, but you know, you understand the idea. What I was thinking originally was that as soon as the ball hit the rim, that's when the animation and the shot feedback would pop up. But it's like a few seconds before it hits the rim, probably like a split second, I would say. And it's gonna make things a lot more interesting. It's gonna make the centers work every single possession. And just like, you know, all the devs and Baluba and everyone has been talking about on Twitter, it's going to prevent cherry picking and 5v5 Pro-Am, 3v3. Obviously, it's not going to be a problem on the 2s court. Granted, you know, they could do something similar on the 2s, but obviously you can't cherry pick on the 2s because it's half court. Make it, take it, you know, you understand that. But it's definitely going to be a good change. Another thing that's going to have to make people adjust, and it's really going to add a different element of excitement to wagers, series, competitive games where content creator pulls up on content creator. I'm probably all over the place so I'm talking about this, but it's another thing I'm looking forward to. And overall, NBA 2K23, there's just a lot of good things on the way. But the delayed greens, let me know what you guys think. I think it's a W. Point number 5, the final point. The dunk meter is revamped and honestly looks way better in my opinion than NBA 2K22 and NBA 2K21. Now, if you guys didn't know from previous years, when you went up for a dunk in 2K21 Next Gen, obviously on current gen 2K21 and 2K22, you didn't have to time your dunks, but on Next Gen 2K21 and 2K22, you had to time your dunks. And it would pop up with a right stick animation, like the form of a circle, and you'd have to time it and make sure it was in the green on the circle. But this year on NBA 2K23, as you guys can see in the clips I just shown, it's basically like the shot meter. Honestly, I'd compare it to like a 2K19 shot meter. It's pretty close to the shot meter that's in 2K23 as well, but it's just way easier to time. You can see the animations better, and obviously I didn't use it much, so I can't really say much about it, but it's just another point that I noticed and a bunch of other creators noticed, and I had to add it to the end of this video, because if slashing is gonna be OP, slashing archetypes, rim running, all that nonsense, I'm gonna have to get used to it myself. And seeing that it was revamped and seeing that it's easier to time, and it looks like visually better, is music to my ears. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video though, man. Let me know what you guys think about any of these points along with NBA 2K23 in the comments below. If you guys don't want to miss any of my future videos, make sure you guys subscribe. And if this video was interesting, or you know, you found out something that you didn't know already, make sure you guys drop that like. We are on that grind to 40k subs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have a lot planned for NBA 2K23 as this is our first video for 2K23 on the channel. It could be a crazy year with a lot planned. Stay safe, take care of yourselves. It's your boy IQ, and I'm out. Peace.